with you, and I just finished a card making session which you would have seen a while back. I don't know how close together I will be putting these two videos, but I still had all my stash out for Christmas cards, and I thought, you know what, I'll do a second session because I'm kind of in the groove. And so this time around I'm using all these sentiments that I have, and I thought they would be really fun to use on cards. So we're going to start the timer this time because I have no clue how many we're going to be making. And I've got a big stash, so it's much different from the last time where I had, you know, where I chose to work with only 5 cards to recycle. This here could end up being much longer. So I'm just gonna trim these a bit because there's a little bit of a border, probably from when I cut the page, and it left a little tiny border. So we're gonna use that. And so I've got all my papers, which I didn't use last time, but this time I will use. Oh, actually, you know what? I have this here, this page here. Would that go? Because I have this in my bin because I had pulled it out for something and I didn't end up using it. So I think it would be very cool to use it so that it wouldn't be in my bin anymore. So let's do that. And I have another one that has Santa Claus faces on it. So I don't know if that's gonna work, but we might use it. Okay, so how big do I need it for my cards? So I need it to be there. Just align my little mark. Okay, and then I'm good. I can use the other guillotine now. So I don't like having to use the big one. So I'm just gonna cut this down like so. Now, do I want to layer something else or not? Like, I'm thinking it would be pretty, I think, if it was on red, on a red card base. Like if I was to do that and put that on there. Yeah, I like that better. So that's what I'm gonna do. Put that on there and then cut that off. Yeah, like that. I think that's pretty. Okay, so and it makes for very simple cards. And these are usually images that you can find in paper packs. Here we go. So very happy with that. Now I need to find other images that would go with this paper, and I know for sure this one would be good. This one would definitely be good. So let's do that. and it already has the edge. Now this has a little bit of a crinkle at the top, so we'll just remove that. And then here we go. Actually, there's a little white border on this, which is bothering me. Okay, so remove that. I'll put this square in the center. And voila, we've got another card. And then I do have this here, which would be very pretty as well. So we can use that one. This is turning out to be a super easy peasy card making session. I love it when it comes together like that, because this will increase my stash super fast, which is great. It's rare that within 7 minutes I've already made 3 cards, you know. Do I want to put the green under or not? Decisions, decisions, decisions. Do I have another green? That's the same green. That's the same green. I guess I don't have other greens. I think I used the other one I had. I have that one. But it's not looking good with this paper. And I don't think I have another piece of green close by. Or maybe I'm lying. I do have this one. Which I prefer. So I'm going to use that one. I'm going to glue this to that. Whoops. And these are journaling cards from Creative Memories. Well, not journaling cards, I should say. They're more like, I glued it off wrong. They're more like things to use for your backgrounds. And they're already, you know, pre-cut and everything. 2 4x6. And I've had these for a very long time as well. So it's very cool to be able to use them. Whoops. Here we go. I'm going to put that on top. And here we go. And then I have this here, which is a big joy. I wonder if the card, yeah, the card could hold it. So you know what? We're going to use it. However, I'm going to make the card this way so that this fits better. If you understand what I mean. So I will cut it like so and like so. So gonna cut it to that level. And of course, now that, you know, it wasn't totally centered, of course, so I'm gonna have to play with it a bit. And it's not gonna be perfect because I'm eyeballing it, but it's gonna be good enough. And we've got another card. How easy was that? I'm on fire today. That's what happens when I do a card making session before. Like the cards flow a lot better the second half an hour. Okay, and then for this, I'm thinking that it'd be cool to keep this. So we're gonna cut off this part, and then we'll cut it off at this part. And we can possibly make 2 cards out of this. So here we go. And now I need to find an image that's going to go with this. That would be pretty. That would be very pretty, I think. So let's try that out. Cut this. And then I'm going to cut this 2 sides. If I cut that, would it be okay? You know what? I think I'm actually going to just be super sneaky about this, and I'm just going to glue it down and then use my scissors to cut it, just so that I don't mess up, you know, and cut it too short or something, because that's entirely possible. And here we go. Now the question is, do I just leave it that way, or do I put like a red underneath? And I think a red underneath would make it really pop. So I'm gonna do that. I can't see my mark. Alright. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim this because there's a tiny little edge and it's bothering me. So. Okay, I need to trim this just slightly. Just a little bit. So that I can see the red better all around. Yeah. So I'm using a lot of scraps, a lot of old papers, a lot of things that I've had in my stash for a while, which really makes me happy. Okay, and then we have this one that's left. Oh, I like that one. I think that would be very pretty. I must have some craft colored paper. I usually have a bunch of it. Have that one. Would that go? No, that's too yellow. I'm thinking like this here. To go with this. Okay, I'm going to cut that, glue this down to here so that I kind of, I'm not quite centered, but I'm not too far. I'm going to cut this down. And then I can put that on top of this and really make it pop. Do I add? No, that's way too bright. Way too bright. And that is way too small. Okay, so we're gonna just go with that. So basically I need to trim this just where it's been cut. I can't believe how many scraps I've used in this session, which is amazing because I really have like a big bunch of cardstock just like that, which I cannot, you know, I need other papers on top in order to make it fun. And here we go. Out of that big page, we've only got this left. So that's pretty awesome. I'm thinking like something like that would be very pretty. And I could put that. Do I do that? I think so. So put it here. I have to cut that one slightly. That down. I'm not gonna have a lot of red scraps left because I've pretty much used them all in the things I've been making. Why even bother cutting it? There's no use for cutting it. I can just use it that way. And this has a little white border, so I'm gonna remove that. And it has it at the top as well. And now it's ready to go. And I could add bling or try to make them more, but I like to have some very simple cards like these because depending on where you're shipping them, you know, it makes your life a lot easier. So I'm doing it that way for these. Okay, so, well, you're gonna finish the video with just the top, because the other, the camera just said that it's finished. It's empty. Like it's full, I should say. The memory card is completely full. I don't like that. I need something else. Oh my god. Look what I just found. I thought I was done with this paper. Guess not. I have some green, but it's... Would that go? Not quite the right green. I found this one. It's not the right one. Oh, I have a bigger piece. Could actually use that on a card. You know what? We're gonna use it. There's a tiny little piece that got stuck in there. And so I'm going to cut it so that it's even on both sides about. And then I'm going to cut it at the bottom. And then I'm just going to use my glue, which is, where did I put the glue? Underneath somewhere. So that the tiny pieces will stay put and not lift up, because that would not be good. Center that. I like that card. You can use it basically for any type of occasion. It doesn't look like it's ollie because there's these other pods here that are not. So I'm just going to leave it as is. But now I've got my piece that I wanted to use on my other card, which will be my last probably, unless I'm extremely quick. Close off the glue before I make a mess. Okay, so this will work. So, I'm very pleased with this card making session. I've really made a lot of progress in using up my stash. Which is very cool. You will have time to make one last one, and this is the last piece anyway of card base that I had, so might as well just use that. And we have one last one of these, and what can I put on there? That would be pretty, but not with this. Otherwise I feel it's a bit skinny to put just like straight on here. And I would need another red or another sort of green, because that one I don't like it with that. About this, because I think I like that, because there's the gray in the Winter Wish. So guess what? That is going to be the base, and it's going to work. And I'm going to put that, and I'm going to make it smaller. So it looks better. now that it's smaller, would my other red fit? I doubt it. I doubt it. No, they're too small. No. I think I'll keep it this way. Yeah. So just like that. And put the little sentiment on top. And I can call this card done. So here are all the cards we've done in this card making session, which is pretty insane. I've done 10. Woo! That's a great big bunch that now will be ready when Christmas time comes, and I'm not going to be last minute. That's like a big stash of them. So I'm really pleased. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I can't wait to hear which one is your favorite out of this. And if you've enjoyed this card making session, I sure hope so. So love you guys. See you soon. Bye.